Joining us in the Informer studio, 13-year-old son of our executive producer. His name is Jordan Hazim. How are you, Jordan?
Good, how are you?
It's not often I get you in the studio because most of the time you spend in Adelaide these days. Off to school, brand new school?
Yeah.
High school? Which one is it?
Seton High School.
Okay, so the days of primary have just left you behind. What's it like in this new high school now?
I mean, transferring from primary school to high school is a lot different. But it's
A lot different to what you imagined?
different to what I imagined, yeah.
Okay. So why is it different?
I mean, you when you go in, you'll just first expect loads of homework, and it's not really like that. It's more you'll get into the rhythm of things. The teachers will show you what you're going to be doing for the rest of the term and the rest of the year. So yeah, it's really good.
Okay. Have you discovered a whole bunch of new mates?
I've found a couple new mates, yeah.
Yeah?
But mainly just sticking with my ones from primary school.
Favourite subjects at school?
I'd have to say science and history. Just really fascinate me.
Yeah.
And also PE.
Yeah, but your history is medieval history, isn't it? You like everything to do with swords?
Yeah, like siege warfare.
Okay, all right, okay. Mortal Kombat is coming out. I suppose you're going to want to see Mortal Kombat when it's released?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That interests me a bit.
Okay. You're not a Game of Thrones fan, are you?
No.
Okay. If you're watching television, is there a program that you love more than any other?
No, not really. I don't really watch television.
Ah, you don't?
No.
Too much siege warfare?
Nah.
No?
I'm more outside either playing soccer or watching YouTube.
Okay, so YouTube, what sort of things do you watch on YouTube?
Mainly just like gaming videos and like a couple soccer videos.
Okay. Now, what position do you play in soccer?
I play right wing.
Right winger.
Mhm.
Is it all about speed or speed and talent?
Speed and talent. You can't be a right wing and not know how to kick a ball.
Okay, all right. Now, we've got some interesting news that the South Australian government and Football Australia have decided that one of the grounds that will be used for the upcoming Women's World Cup is Hobbies, great stadium. Jordan, if there was one thing you could say to the Premier of South Australia, Steve Marshall, what would it be to maybe help the participation rates for football in South Australia?
I mean, really, we just need to add more pitches to South Australia and Australia in general. Basically, to just enrol kids in soccer and basically get them to do some sort of physical activity. Well,
you're right. If we can keep them fit, that's good. That's great news, not only for the children but also for the community. They'll grow up stronger and much healthier. But if we can get them to play organised sport and one that they love, and that is soccer, which has had tremendous participation rates for a great number of years, and of course with the advent of the Women's World Cup, we're hearing that there are more young men and women wanting to play the game. So I suppose that's the message to Steve Marshall, if you're watching. The word from Jordan and others like him: more grounds, please. Find a way to do it. Okay, some of the things you like to do when you're not at school, what are they?
Mainly just soccer. I play a bit of computer games, but soccer and tennis are my main things.
Are you good on the computer playing, what is it, what's the big football game at the moment? It's
FIFA 21.
FIFA 21. Who's your favourite player?
I'd have to say either Harry Kane or Heung-min Son.
Yeah, so Tottenham Hotspur man. What have you made of Tottenham's season thus far?
They started off strong, but they've really just lost that spark that really gave them teamwork and got them through matches, winning. Like as soon as they lost to Liverpool, they just started losing to everyone, which isn't very good. They needed to keep their spirits high.
A lot of the pundits in England are saying that Jose Mourinho is, not so special anymore, and maybe he's forgotten how to coach, or maybe the game's passed him by. Is that fair commentary, or is that just silly stuff?
It's mainly just silly stuff. It's not like he's doing anything wrong. Like they're losing matches. Like obviously that's not very good, but you know people do make mistakes.
Yep. They're playing Manchester City in the final of the Carabao Cup. Chance to win or not?
I reckon they have a chance if they keep their spirits high and don't let their heads go down after a goal or two.
Fantastic stuff. Your interests, I notice, and from what I gather, in your recent visit to Melbourne, you've been very excited to go down and enjoy, what is it, I Fly, is it?
Yeah, it's a little skydiving place.
It's one of those activities that you can get. Now, what is it? It's a wind tunnel?
Yeah,
and you can hover above the wind tunnel, you float above it? Is that how it works?
It's not as such floating. So you got the wind tunnel part, right? But it's like a big fan underneath.
So it's a huge fan and it lifts you up?
Well, not a huge fan. It's like two huge fans underneath two vents, and basically the curve of the bottom of the wind tunnel will push through up to where you are, and then you'll basically just like fly up and down.
Wow. So, you're standing up and it lifts you, and then you sort of spread yourself?
So no, not particularly. You have to enter, and when you enter, you you fall forward, but like the speed of the wind will catch you, so you're basically just floating there.
Oh wow! Have you had a few opportunities to enjoy yourself at iFly?
Not this week, no. But you know, we're thinking of going sometime soon.
Before you head back to South Australia.
Yep.
Fantastic. Now tell me something. You're an IT guy, aren't you? You love all the new games and computers and smart technology.
Yeah.
Are you using a lot of AI in what you do around home and school?
Not particularly. In school, we're basically just using our laptops because that's what we do majority of our work on.
Yep.
But apart from that, not really too much technology.
Going forward, is there an engineer in you? I hear that a lot of people in the family reckon you should be an engineer.
Nah, I don't see it in me.
So what do you see for yourself in the future?
To be honest, I really don't know. Still trying to figure that out.
You're still deciding whether it's going to be maybe a professional career on the football field? Would that take your fancy?
Yes.
To sort of Hwan Min Song or Harry Kane, follow that path and travel the world? Would that be exciting?
Yeah, I reckon that's something that really interests me, but it's a lot of work to get there. So.
Are you intimidated by a lot of work?
No.
No. Okay. Pretty much matter of fact. That's good stuff. Does your sister have the same work ethic as you do?
Maybe better, but you know.
Maybe better.
Maybe better, but we're...
Jordan, you're a Hazim. I've never heard a Hazim just offer up, pats on the back for someone else. You got to go first. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's why we've made a bet.
You've made a bet. Mm-hmm. Okay, tell me, what's the bet?
So first semester, whoever gets the better grades gets $100 from the other person.
Whoa!
And then whoever gets the better grades from the whole year gets another $150 at the end of the year.
Wow, this is fantastic. So the bank is willing to deliver that sort of goal setting. That's fantastic. Okay, tremendous stuff. Do you have any other pursuits and hobbies other than football and, as they say, all those games that you love to play?
Tennis, probably.
Tennis?
Yeah.
Left-hander or right-hander?
I'm a right-hander.
Okay. Serve, is it you loop the serve in or you hit it hard?
Usually you'll hit it hard, but on your second serve you'll loop it in.
Okay. Just for safety, huh?
Yeah, just for safety because you don't want to double fault and lose a point.
Have you played at Memorial Drive in South Australia?
No.
Beautiful set of courts. Memorial Drive has a fantastic facility right next to the Adelaide Oval. It's just an amazing opportunity to play the game and in a beautiful setting. And the grass courts are just off the charts good. In fact, I'm old enough to remember when Memorial Drive was used as a Davis Cup venue, and they used to play all the Davis Cup ties, or many of them, either at Memorial Drive or if they were playing them in other states, it would be White City in Sydney, and of course Kooyong in Victoria, but those days are long gone. But if you get a chance to play tennis, go down at Memorial Drive, get mum or dad or your sister to take you down and have a look around. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Which team do you support in the SANFL, or the AFL rather, in South Australia?
I don't particularly support a team, but whenever there's like a showdown, like
You get excited?
Port Adelaide, I'll usually go for.
The power. Tell me, have you been down to see the Adelaide Reds play?
No, not yet. I really want to though.
Yeah. There's a tremendous crop of young players, and young Toure is one of them. And some of his antics on the field are just fantastic. Pretty fancy footwork to get himself out of a jam the other day in the game. I think it was against the Western Sydney Wanderers. No, it was against MacArthur, I think. He just lit the place up, beat 3 or 4 players just with his very skillful footwork. Is that the sort of stuff that we're likely to see from Jordan Hazim?
Most likely, yes. I don't want to be cocky or anything, but yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. He's not cocky, if you're wondering. He's just confident. His name is Jordan Hazim, and he's joined us on TheInformer. If you've enjoyed Jordan's interview, and if you've learned something in this interview, make sure you subscribe to TheInformer.tv.